Since we already talked about pitch and reading notes, this lesson will cover note values and time. I'm going to explain the meaning of the beat, measures, and bar lines. Together, we'll count out the values of a whole note, a half note, and a quarter note. The two numbers at the beginning of each song, called the time signature, will no longer be a mystery to you. When we finish putting the pitch and time together, we'll be making music. Okay, let's start by talking about the beat. A beat is a basic unit of time. Think of it like a heartbeat, constant beat, or like a clock ticking. It's a steady, constant division of time. Remember when we were strumming the chords and playing 4 times per grouping of notes? We were playing 4 steady beats. The group of notes together are called a measure. The measures are divided by bar lines. Each measure is divided by a bar line. At the beginning of every song, you'll find a time signature. There'll be a top number and a bottom number. Now the top number tells you how many beats are in every measure of the song. Does it feel like 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4? If it does, then the top number will be 4. Does it feel like 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3. If it does, top number's 3. And if it feels like 1, 2, 1, 2, then of course the top number will be 2. The bottom number tells you what type of note gets one beat. And this is where we have to talk about note values. We've already used the whole note in some of your exercises, and it looks like an open circle. I like to think of it kind of looking like a pizza, my favorite food, so I relate everything to food. The circle is the whole pie. In a measure with 4 beats, it rings out for the whole measure of 4 beats. Listen to me play the whole note. We'll hear 4 clicks, and then I'll begin to play. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you have it, the whole note. The half note looks a lot like the whole note, but it has a stem attached to it. It gets half the amount of beats of the whole note. It rings for 2 beats, and it sounds like this. One, two, 1, 2. In a measure where there are 4 beats, you may see a whole note or 2 half notes. There's one more value that I want to introduce to you right now, and it's called the quarter note. It looks like the half note with the stem, but it's colored in, and it rings for 1 beat like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we go back to thinking about that pizza, dividing it into 4 parts gives us 4 quarters of a pizza. There are 4 quarters in a whole note. In a measure with 4 beats, you may see 4 quarter notes, a half note and 2 quarters, 2 half notes, or a whole note. Let's go back to talking about the time signature. Remember that the bottom note tells us what type of note gets 1 beat. If the bottom number is 4, the quarter note gets 1 beat. For 4 time, we have 4 beats per measure, and the quarter note gets 1 beat. In all of the music that we're going to be working with, the bottom number won't change. So for now, just remember the whole note gets 4 beats, the half note gets 2 beats, and the quarter note gets 1 beat. As an exercise for learning your note values, why don't you play this rhythmic composition with me using only the